to bank and put your money on one player, Parth, as a fan, as a cricket lover, who would it be?
I don't want to give a cliche answer. I mean, we have the number one batter playing in the Mumbai Indians. Surya Kumar Yadav has
Yeah.
carried the MI batting lineup ever since he came in the squad since.
Yes, hi. Sorry for that small
Yeah.
glitch that we had. Now, speaking to the fans, you can see the excitement in them as well. They have this hope, isn't it, Binash? You can see वो एक उम्मीद दिखती है उनके चेहरे पर कि इस बार मुंबई तो डेफिनेटली ले जाने वाली है. क्योंकि थोड़ी सी डिसअपॉइंटमेंट सबको होती है जब हमारी इतनी
Yeah.
बड़ी ब्रांड ऑफ क्रिकेट जो हम खेलते हैं कभी हमने अंडर परफॉर्म कर लिया क्योंकि हमने स्टैंडर्ड ही ऐसा सेट किया है बॉस. 5 टाइम जीत
Yeah.
गए तो कभी भी थोड़ा 19-20 होता है तो हम बोलते हैं यार ये क्या होगा. बट इस टाइम एक नई उम्मीद के साथ एक नई उमंग के साथ जैसे मैंने कहा पहले हम आए इस टाइम. Raksha, how excited are you for the season? Like you said, team तो ready है, just जीतने की देरी है.
Absolutely correct, यश मतलब इतना I'm waiting for IPL to begin कि कल ही हो जाए मैच, हम कल ही वानखेड़े चले जाए.
Yeah.
रोहित शर्मा कल ही टॉस जीत जाए, टिम डेविड कल ही 6 छक्के मार जाए. I think it's just a matter of time and we'll be back with a terrific season.
एंड यार यश अगर लास्ट सीजन में नोटिस करोगे ना तो इट वाज जस्ट अबाउट अ फ्यू ओवर्स जो हम लोग के फेवर के अगेंस्ट गए थे डिस्पाइट हैविंग अ नॉट सो फैंटास्टिक प्लेइंग 11 और अ फैंटास्टिक स्क्वाड फॉर दैट मैटर. एंड ऊपर से वी हैड सर्टेन प्लेयर्स दैट वर नॉट रियली इन द बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस. बीइंग इट रोहित शर्मा, बीइंग ईशान किशन, सब तिलक वर्मा और सूर्य कुमार यादव स्कोर कर रहे थे. उसमें से टिम डेविड ने और पोलार्ड ने थोड़ा ऐड कर लिया तो कर लिया. Despite that, we were losing in those 1 or 2 odd overs, be it Daniel Samsky over, be it Pat, and again they were being played by certain players who no one expected. Come in scoring 50. It was just nothing was going in our favor. अगर worst situation में भी ऐसा है तो अभी तो we are in a far better situation. Dipen, you look a lot happy. We had Pat's reaction after our recent picks. What's your reaction after this? Relax.
Super delighted because last year if we saw it was like we weren't sure कि हम top 4 में qualify भी करेंगे. But today, after 1 year, the development we have made, and today the big
Yeah, in fact, let's have a look at the Delhi Capitals squad. Depends, sorry, we'll cut you off over here. Aman Khan, Andrik Nokia, Akshar Patel, David Warner, Chetan Sakaria, Ishan Sharma, Kuldeep Yadav, Manish Pandey, Khalil Ahmed, Lungi Nagiri, Lalit Yadav, Kamlesh Nagarpoti. The squad looks quite strong over here. And Delhi Capitals would be one team to really be watching out for because मेरे हिसाब से they've got, I think they were quite good with the team even before the auctions were done. Of course, they've got Mukesh Kumar, Mitchell Johnson, Philip Salt, Praveen Dubey, Prithvi Shaw, Mustafizur Rahman, Rishabh Pant, Vicky Otswal, Ripple Patel, Sarfaraz Khan, Yash Dhul. It's a fantastic lineup to be honest, and it's going to be one team to really watch out for and be wary of because the way the Delhi Capitals has progressed over the last few years, it has been really commendable. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, Binaisha. Yeah.
I think Parth and Dipen, now Mumbai Indians both look very, set at this point in time. One by one, if you all can
Yeah.
go and tell me, who are you most looking forward to performing in this season for the Mumbai Indians? Parth, you go first.
Looking at the last year, Ishan Kishan didn't play up to the level which we were expecting him to.
Yeah.
So this season, the form Ishan Kishan is in, he just scored, played a beautiful knock of 170 odd runs for Jharkhand.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to how Ishan Kishan, plays that role. Again, there's a fight for the opening slot as well for Ishan Kishan now because Cam Green can open the innings. So Ishan Kishan wants to cement his place as an opener. He doesn't want to shift down in the order. So I'm really looking forward to how Ishan Kishan will approach this innings and this tournament. And so he's my player to watch out for.
Nice. Exciting stuff here. Now moving ahead, we have the Chennai Super Kings squad as well. If you can have a look at the other squads and see what they have to offer. So if I can just go through their squad, looks pretty decent. It looks pretty strong. They've got Rahane, we've got Amati Raidu, Ben Stokes, Bhagat Verma, Deepak Chahar, who missed out last time around but exciting prospect. Devon Conway, we know how good he is. Wayne Victorious, Kyle Jamieson, for at base price 1 crore. Mahesh Diksana, Pathirana, the Slinga Malinga from Sri Lanka, the junior Malinga. Mitchell Santner as well. Interesting prospect. He's been very good in Indian conditions and turning wicket. Moeen Ali, we know, great all-rounder. The king, MS Dhoni, is leading this team for probably the one last time we could see Mukesh Chaudhary going in. Prashant Solanki, Tushar Deshpande, they've got a good side. I think they're very well balanced here. But you can't say with Chennai as well. They've got the experience and youth का perfect combination. So depend. ये टीम से डर लगता है ना, चेन्नई से थोड़ा कभी-कभी लगता है ना सर.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल ये एक ही टीम से सबसे ज्यादा डर लगता है. And now they've got Ben Stokes. I mean, we have seen MS Dhoni and Ben Stokes duo before in RPSG. And now it's again, and they're looking him as a future captain. So and then they have got the trio of Ben Stokes, Moeen Ali, and Ravindra Jadeja. Currently the three best all-rounders in the world. So it's going to be scary. But then it's only MI who have always had an edge on them. So yeah let's go.
I'm really looking forward to every MI versus CSK. और in fact, you mentioned Stokes and Dhoni एक साथ है. There's Rahane as well. तभी Rahane भी था उसके साथ. You mentioned Dipen. You were scared of. There's one team to be scared of. That's CSK. There's one fan base that is to be scared of. That is RCB. Social media में कुछ भी हो, RCB fans come out with their lives. Let's have a look at their squad and discuss about them too. They surely look to have a good squad even before the auctions. And for them, like the RCB fan also mentioned, कि कुछ minor backups pick कर लेते. There's Akashdeep, Anuj Rawat, Avinash Singh, Faf, DK, David Willey, Finn Allen, Himanshu Sharma, Hazelwood, Glenn Maxwell, Harshal Patel, and Karan Sharma. This itself looks quite strong, but wait, there's more. There's another slide with another bunch of players who are absolute stars. No wonder these people always expect their team to win the title because they've really got the likes of Rajat Patidar, there's Reece Topley, Sonu Yadav, Vanindu Hasaranga, there's Virat Kohli, Suyash Prabhudesai, Shahbaz Ahmed, Will Jacks, and a few other players who can totally help them win their very first title.
Yep.
I really wanted an RCB fan का reaction on this. Yes, Yash, go on.
वही मैं कह रहा था कि आरसीबी की वही बात है कि आरसीबी के फैंस जो है ना वो इस टीम को वैसी ऐसी हाइप दे देते हैं कि मेरे को लगता है प्रेशर आ जाता है. Oh, we have a player here.
Oh, yes.
Raghav Goyal has been sold to MI at base price 20 lakh. So welcome Raghav to the family, and just looking at those confetti.
Happy about it. Yeah.
Happy. Now moving on, we have another team that we need to look forward to. You can have a look at it. Binaisha, you can take us through, and the MI squad as well. Let's have a look at the MI squad here. The whole MI squad. Binaisha.
Yes. Looking forward to now, a completely power-packed MI squad. I think in all the departments we've ticked the boxes absolutely correctly. Next up, we have Akash Madhwal, Arjun Tendulkar, Arshad Khan, Yuan Jansen, Dewald Brevis, Cameron Green, Ritik Shawkin, of course, Ishan Kishan, Jason Behrendorff, Jai Richardson, Jofra Archer, of course, Jasprit Bumrah. I think now Mumbai Indians completely look like a side to watch out for in the IPL 2023. Kumar Karthikeyan, Nehal Vadhera, Piyush Chawla, Rohit Sharma, Ramandeep Singh. He's been phenomenal. Of course, we have the World 2020 batsman #1 Surya Kumar Yadav. I think this squad now is like बाकी सब लोग बच के रहना. Yash, Kunal, what do you all think? Now MI is complete here, or do you think possibly 19-20 हुआ है कहीं पे?
I think we were complete 3 picks before only. Abhi it's just a cherry on the cake. मतलब अरे वाह ये भी है अच्छा चलेगा. That's the kind of approach we are having right now, because I was concerned about this auction क्योंकि last season जो देखा था every team had decided कि MI को beat करना है तो route पे ही beat करो right at the start of the auctions क्योंकि that's where MI usually hold the edge. So it was surprising to see no teams do that with us today, right? Maybe a little bit at Cameron.
I mean, very relieved because पिछले auction में both DC and SRH, these two teams troubled us a lot throughout the auction. बस Cameron Green जैसा आपने कहा Cameron Green के time, but we expected Cam Green to go for big bucks. All three all-rounders जो थे Stokes, Karan and Green were expected to go around 15 crore mark. So that was expected, but apart from that किसी और टीम ने हमको परेशान नहीं किया. That was the biggest relief for me कि अच्छे player को सस्ते दाम पे मिल सके, unlike what happened in the mega auctions.
Right.
I agree. Also, I would like to add.
Dipen, what are your thoughts? Dipen,
No,
what
I'm-
are your
as I
thoughts?
said,
Now we're completely happy and we are safe.
Exactly. I was really concerned about the spinner spot, but I was really happy to see Shyam Sulani because he's a Mumbaikar. He's like the main spinner in the Mumbai team, and he's been doing the job for a long time for them. And Wankhede की pitch है. I'm really happy because I was really concerned कि किसको लेंगे. We're not going for someone big like Adam Zampa or Adil Rashid.
Yeah.
But yes, now it feels complete.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The happiness is just skyrocketing. And let's have a look at the LSG lineup as well. मुंबई इंडियंस तो हम खुशी है बिल्कुल, पर दूसरी टीमों भी एक बार नजर डाल लेते हैं कैसे उन्होंने इस साल सेटअप किया है. And if you can have a look at that, I can go enough once of the Lucknow Super Giants this time around. They could have a decent lineup. They've got Amit Mishra, Avesh Khan, Ayush Badoni, Daniel Sams, हमारा लड़का उधर गया है, दीपक हुडा, जयदेव उनटकट, एक और हमारा लड़का करण शर्मा, KL राहुल, कृष्णप्पा गौतम, कृणाल पांड्या, Kyle Myers, Manan Bora. So the team looks very good. They've got some big names, some big Indian names as well in them. I think the experience is not an issue. It's just about performing. On the second page, if you can see, you've got Marcus Stoinis, Mark Wood, wow. You've got Naveen Ulhaq from Afghanistan, Mohsin Khan was very good last time around. Nicholas Puran, 16 crore this time. Prerak Mankad is someone who's not talked about enough. And Yudhvir Singh. Prerak Mankad is someone who's not being talked about enough. He's been doing well in the domestic leagues and he's a very good all-rounder. I think everyone had an eye on him before the auctions. I heard a lot of talk and chatter going around. Even in my DMs, people were like, what about Prerak Mankad? I was like, yes. Then Mumbai mein baithega kya? So Kunal, you can shed some light.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, this actually reminds me of one incident. जहाँ पर Parth, you're actually a good auctioneer. Can you just walk us through how are the emotions being an auctioneer? Because I've seen you do that and you really kill that job.
It's actually very stressful, Kunal, to be very honest. You have to call out the right bids एकदम at the right time. You have to be very vigilant and alert. गलती से भी अगर तुमने गलत bid बोल दी, I can actually imagine the pressure being on you at bids. जब bidding 10 के ऊपर जाती है, बड़े-बड़े player होते हैं, it's actually a very stressful job to auction. And जब भी auction खत्म होता है, when the last player is sold, I have a very huge sigh of relief कि हाश, you have to be at the top of your voice for 5-6 hours non-stop.
Yes.
It's actually a very hectic job. It's not easy as it seems.
Right.
But Richard they make it seem.
Kunal, if you can take us through the Sunrisers Hyderabad squad here.
Sure, I'd love to. Sunrisers Hyderabad squad: Abdul Samad, Abhishek Sharma, Adil Rashid, Anmol Preet Singh, our boy over there, Akil Hossain, Aiden Markram, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Harry Brook, Hendrik Klassen, Fazal Haq Faruqi, Glenn Phillips, Karthik Tyagi. Some really good Indian talent. Anmol Preet Singh, I really wish he would have done better when he got the opportunity with Mumbai Indians. But then unfortunately couldn't, and we've got a really good lineup. So of course it's better to go to a team where he can get an opportunity to play. There's Marco Jansen, Mayank Agarwal, Mayank Tagar, Rahul Tripathi, Natarajan, Vivrant Sharma, Nitish Kumar, Mayank Markande, Washington Sundar. I think Washington Sundar could play a very crucial role in this team.
Good, he very, very, very good. But looking at their whole lineup, I think Mayank Agarwal will fit really well, Kunal. In this whole team, Mayank Agarwal को जगह मिल जाएगी, and I feel that he could be an investment in the future. Vinayasha, what are your thoughts on that particular thing?
Yes, I think Mayank Agarwal will be someone who, is going to fit into any squad. You can play him in the middle order. Obviously, you can play him at the top order also. And he's someone who, once he gets into the groove of playing his T20 cricket, is going to be a dynamite for any team. So I was expecting Mayank to, go for big guns today. And just watch out for him, because if he gets going, he's definitely going to cause panic in the opposition camp.
True. In fact, when you look at the team summary, we were all focusing on the remaining funds. Let's just focus on the total players, because CSK is done, DC is done, Gujarat Titans is done, KKR is still at 21, so they can fill up 4. There's no compulsion. LSG is done with 25. MI can still pick in one player. PBKS is there with 22. RR is there with 24. RCB is done, and SRH is also done. Parth, you raised your hand. Go on.
Yeah, just on the topic of Mayank Agarwal, I was just trying to add to what Vinasha was saying कि SRH has lost Kane Williamson. Okay, so they don't have a captain in their team. They can actually look at Mayank Agarwal to captain their side. Of course, they still have Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, जिन्होंने 2-3 बार थोड़े मैचेस में कैप्टनसी की है SRH के लिए, but they can also look at Mayank Agarwal as a good captaincy prospect as well.
Good point. I think that is the cause. I think that's why they went all in for him, and I was actually surprised जब मयंक अग्रवाल को 8.5 करोड़ के आसपास जब खरीदा ना, I was like उससे ज़्यादा ही deserved it, probably. And also the fact that Mumbai Indians की कुणाल तुमने बात की, एक प्लेयर की जगह तो है, but पैसे नहीं है उतने. I think 5 लाख में प्लेयर आएगा नहीं हमारे पास. Although I wish कि कोई आ जाता. But हमारी team,
Yeah.
I am very happy with how options are gone for MI. And I'm really
Yeah.
content क्योंकि ऐसा मुझे नहीं लगा कि कोई एक टीम बहुत ज़्यादा strong हो गई इस option में या कोई टीम एकदम खराब रह गई. सब टीम को बराबर मिला है, so no one can
Yeah.
complain कि भाई हमारा option खराब था या आपका सही.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's
That's-
a comment from Flameboy VRL on Twitter. He says, "Na gaye, Paltan sahi kela. You picked up the correct people, and you know all the blue hearts and all the fire emojis and all is great, you know." And of course, yes, there's somebody called Nishant. He says, "Today is my birthday. Please, can you guys wish me?" So Nishant, here's on behalf of the entire MI Paltan.
Happy birthday.
MI Life team, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
In
Just
fact,
plant
there's
some
actually
blue
good-
outs out there, yeah. Come on.
Yeah, keep on spamming. Paltan, सब लोग wish करो. Everyone wish happy birthday to him. There's a comment here by Vaishnav Rao. I would like Parth and then Dipen, both of you to respond to this. Is Mumbai Indians taking Kumar Karthikeya as a future spinner, and will he be their first choice pick in the playing 11, of course?
I'm honestly not sure about Karthikeya being the first choice pick. You have someone, a very experienced player, Piyush Chawla. You have a local boy, Shams Malan, who has experience of playing at Wankhede. But again, the way Kumar Karthikeya performed in the previous season, he did in some way or the other fill the void of not having a spinner in the squad. So I would actually love to see Kumar Karthikeya starting above the likes of Chawla and Shams Mulani and even Ritik Shokin. We can use someone like Shams Mulani and again Ramandeep Singh as an impact player because they are both are all-rounders. In दोनों को हम as an impact player we can get in, and so we can have Karthikeya in the playing level and we can use Shams Mulani or Ramandeep Singh to come in as an impact player is what I feel will be the plan of Mumbai Indians.
Yeah. Dipen?
And
Yeah,
I think
I also feel that.
KK has been. Yeah, Dipen, carry on.
Yeah, I also feel that to add to what Parth said, that I think Shams Mulani and Karthikeya can start. Ritik Shokin is someone we've seen. He being the first impact player in the Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy, so we can also use him that. And I feel that we might see a bit of some games to Kumar Karthikeya and some games to Shams Mulani. But Ritik Shokin can someone be the one who will start in the first match especially. So yeah, that's concept.
I think KK is someone who is, right up from the time he made his debut in 2018 in domestic cricket. I remember talking to Chandu Sir, Chandrakant Pandit, who was the coach of MP back then. And he told me, there is this one fellow you have to watch out for, Kumar Karthikeya. And he's someone who has such an inspiring story, from where he's come. And he also mentioned somewhere, I remember clearly saying that he learned the flipper. He learned the flipper from Narendra Hirvani, who's supposed to be one of the best Indian cricket ever had, and he was also a selector. He maintains, Kunal, Yash, a little back-end story on KK. He maintains 3 journals. In one, he writes something to motivate him with. In one, he maintains something of his day-to-day life. And in one, he maintains something where he wants to be 10 years from now. So I think journaling is something great what KK does. And he's going to be someone to watch out for yet again in MI.
Yeah, the kind of character he has, I think he has a bright future. But then there's actually a good question over here. Crick Time with Hitman mentions why Mumbai Indians didn't pick Shreyas Gopal instead of Piyush Chawla. My answer would be Piyush Chawla would bring in a lot more value and help in grooming Ritik Shokin, Ramandeep Singh, Kumar Karthikeya. Parth, is there any other justification that you have in your mind? A potential reason for this?
Shreyas Gopal actually went for trials for Mumbai Indians before the August. So maybe there might be a case that he didn't perform that well over there, because if such a big player like Shreyas, he has done very well in the IPL. Shreyas Gopal and both Mumbai Indians के trials के लिए जा रहे हैं. Even after that, if Mumbai Indians is not picking him up, then Shreyas Gopal might have had some flaws in what he's bowling. But I completely agree to your point as well. With the experience that Piyush Chawla has, I think he's the 5th highest wicket taker in the history of IPL. It will just help groom our core Indian spinners, not just them, but even players like Tilak Verma who can bowl part-time spinners, Devald Brevis, these guys also, Tim David again. ये जो bowlers, batters जो हमारे लिए spin डाल सकते हैं, you can pitch in those 1 or 2 extra overs. Piyush Chawla can be a great asset into grooming these guys.
Fair.
And Kunal, history भी देखो Binaisha, if you look at the history of this IPL, whenever you've seen an experienced spinner come in any team, they've
Yes.
always delivered. Talk about Sunil Narayan all these years. You talk
Absolutely.
about Imran
Yeah.
Tahir in his latter half of the
Amit
career,
Mishra.
Bajipa as well for MI and later
Yes.
for CSK as well. So you
Yeah.
can expect a lot from Piyush Chawla, and rightly pointed out, I completely agree, and I'm +1 on that. That experience है boss, तो future का
Yeah.
हमारा sorted
And
है.
he's
but
been
future
with the
बहुत
Mumbai
ज़्यादा
Indians setup earlier. Yes, and he's been with the
Yeah.
Mumbai Indians setup earlier as well. I won't say Wankhede at this stage could be a rank turner or something like that. It could be a Pata or a flat wicket, but you would have to adjust. And somewhere down the line, Piyush Chawla will play a very vital part in Mumbai Indians when it comes to
Yeah.
choosing that first in the squad. I think he'll have the edge over the others due to experience.
Yeah. And in fact, अभी जो हम लोगों ने बात किया about teams kind of looking complete with the squads right now. Parth, is there any team which you still feel कि यार इन लोग का ये शायद से रह गया या फिर they need to work on something? ऐसा कोई है team?
No, I actually think all the teams are up till now
Yeah.
very sorted. This much better lineup for all the 10 teams than what we saw in
Yeah.
2021. I mean for 2022 IPL, के लिए जो lineups थी much better for all the, not just for us but for all the 10 teams. They've panned out very well the strategies with which they came into the auction. So very pleased with all the 10 teams on how they went about.
Yeah. Yeah. Dipen?
That's
Agree with
correct.
There was a lot of question when it was announced that there will be 2 more for previous year.
Yeah.
That there might be some teams which will not be complete and with some teams which will be very strong. But I think this year's auction has proved it wrong that you can have 10 teams and you can have all the players and you can also have a complete team. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty delighted about the fact that now I don't think no fan would have that banter that Terry team बहुत strong है and
Yeah.
we have missed out on something. So I'm
You know,
really looking
last-
forward to.
Yeah. Last year जो auction हुआ था ना, it was like when you shuffle a pack of cards, you're like, अरे थोड़े से लग के आ रहे हैं, then you shuffle it again and then it gets perfect. I think this was that auction, the second time shuffling, जिससे properly evenly सब divide हो चुके हैं. अब it's all about the players and how they
I think
perform
Kunal-
that particular
Yeah. Kunal, I think from this set of auctions happening and you mentioned like picking a pack of cards, I think we had our king, we had our queen, we had an ace, and it was just like absolutely in check. I think it just meets the criteria here.
Yeah.
And after last time, I just want to say that struggle is a part of success. So who can understand it
Yeah.
better than MI? We faced backlash in the initial years, being one of the biggest franchises. कि हमारे पास IPL ट्रॉफी नहीं थी और फिर जब पहली मिली तो फिर रुके ही नहीं हम और आगे भी नहीं रुकने वाले हैं. तो ये एक प्रोसेस है जो हमें फॉलो करते रहना है as MI fans and just as the Pultan out there. Just keep supporting us. It's great to have this. And Kunal, with last time मेरे को याद है मैं ये टाइम पे ना literally auctions देख रहा था and I was following you all. ये MI लाइव देख रहा था मैंने बोला था यार क्या लोग करते, कैसे मुंबई इंडियंस कैसा फैन बेस है, कितना बड़ा फैन बेस है हमारा. कितने सारे लोग कमेंट करते हैं. इट्स सो ओवरवेलमिंग राइट नाउ टू एक्सप्लेन and see people like Parth.
Yeah, but Yash, I think वो actually सही है because even Mark Boucher pointed out the fact that the fans is what makes Mumbai Indians who they are. The way they rally behind them through thick and thin. Though we didn't have a good season last year, they were just behind us. That come on guys, no matter what. We will come back stronger. So the Pultan is the core, is the life, is the heart and soul of the Mumbai Indians.
Yeah. There's a comment on YouTube.
So it's an odd year, so we have to watch out.
Oh,
odd year
yes.
means Mumbai Indians ki best match.
Yeah.
2020.
There's actually a comment over here by Rohit who says,
jinx.
yeah, right, we broke that jinx in 2020. Where did it go, dude? Come on, yeah. Rohit on YouTube says, "Bhai, Mumbai Indians ki probable playing 11 batao." Now there's a lot of choices to choose from. Anyone is ready with this? Dipen, you want to go first?
Sure. I think I'll start with Rohit captain, Ishan wicket keeper. Then Surya on number 3, Brevis on number 4. I would love to have Team David on number 5. Cameron Green probably on number 6. Although we would love to have him open, but then we've got to Rohit and Ishan. Then Shams Mulani, Ritik Shokeen, Jofra Archer, Bumrah, and I think we've got 4 overseas.
Yeah, 4 overseas हो गए. You mentioned Brevis, Tim David, Archer, and one more you mentioned. Cameron.
So we can have Jai. We can have Jai.
Fair enough. Parth, any changes from this team? Yeah, sorry. Yash, go
I
ahead.
have a different. Okay.
No, Parth, go ahead. I
Okay.
want to know your thoughts.
I have a slight different change in lineup with what depends here. Of course, opening is I'll go with the same opening. We have Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan opening the innings. I'll play Devard Brevis at number 3. He's been playing at the top order in the CSA T20 league, so I don't want to change the way
Yeah.
he's batting. Number 4 again, same reason for Surya as well. He's very well set with that number 4 position playing for India. Don't hamper with his position at all. Play number 4 Surya.
Yeah.
Number 5 I'll be watching Tilak Verma. Number 6 Tim David comes. The Cameron Green, Team David, both fives, number 6 and number 7 will be Cameron Green, Team David. Number 8 for me will be again Jofra Archer. Number 9 I'll be coming in with someone. With Shams Mulani. I'll take Shams Mulani at number 9. I'll then come in Rashid Bumrah, the obvious choice at number 10, and then am I done with 4 overseas or is 1 overseas remaining? I have Brevis,
There's
I
one
have
remaining.
Jofra,
There's
I
one
have
remaining.
no, yeah, I have Brevis, Jofra, I have David, I have all 4. I have Green as well. So
And
number
then
11
Green,
again,
yeah.
I'll go with a spinner. I'll go with the spinner at number 11, which will be Kumar Karthikeyan.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm just happy
teams
कि
are-
अलग-अलग लोगों के
तिलक
पास
वर्मा,
अलग-अलग
big
टीम्स
one.
है, लेकिन सारे टीम्स तगड़े लग रहे हैं. Yash, what's yours?
सारे टीम तगड़े लग रहे हैं. पर इसी बीच
Yeah.
हम लोग एक बार राजस्थान रॉयल्स की अगर बात करें इस बार,
Yeah.
जो रूट हैज बीन टेकन अप बाय राजस्थान रॉयल्स इज द फर्स्ट टाइम आई थिंक वी फीचरिंग इन द आईपीएल. तो उस बारे में क्या कहना है आपको? डू यू थिंक दैट हम लोग कह रहे थे आई थिंक कि आरआर आर रिमेनिंग विद दैट फर्स्ट, वो लोग शायद जाएंगे जो रूट के लिए, एंड डज दैट मेक देम गिव देम अ पीस ऑफ रिलैक्सेशन ऑफ सॉर्ट्स कि उनके पास एक प्लेयर आ गया एंड में उनकी स्क्वाड को अगर देखेंगे तो?
Yeah, but honestly, मुझे तो लग रहा है कि मतलब Joe Root as a T20 player, I'm not really sure. It's like having Steve Smith. Of course, Joe Root is far better in T20 format. But would you like to weigh in on this?
No, I agree to you. I don't see Joe Root as a proper T20 player. Of course, he had a very good 2016 World Cup. He was among the leading run scorers. But apart from that, I haven't seen a promisable performance in T20 internationals by Joe Root. So when Joe Root went unsold in the first round, for me, it was a but obvious thing. But again, RR can use
Yes.
the likes of Joe Root again for the leadership role as well. He can assist Sanju Samson very well into making those good decisions on the field. But again, I was still very not pleased when Joe Root got picked because again, he doesn't fit as a proper T20 batter for me.
Correct.
Fair enough.
But
fair
I think
enough.
Parth, before we move ahead with this segment, let's, Parth and Dipen, thank you so much for joining us. We've had
Yeah.
some terrific discussions with you
Yeah.
both, and Yash and Kunal also will echo the same sentiments. Thank you for being on MI Live.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, let's
Lovely.
move on and look at the KKR lineup once, Kunal. क्योंकि सारे
Yeah.
options के हमने देख लिए हैं कैसे टीम सेट हो गए हैं. And if you can have a look at the KKR lineup, after a lot of struggle that I felt was there for them in this
Yeah.
time, in this type of option, they fared decently well, isn't it, Kunal?
They did. I think they made the most of the resources. I think the scouting team might have worked really hard to make sure कि जो pick कर रहे हैं वो कम में pick करना है. And the auction strategy also seems to have worked out really well because I think they entered with the least amount of purse available. And now when we have a look at the squad as well, I think they look quite comfortable with what they have and they can totally make it. Shreyas Iyer leading them, of course, is going to be a big thing because Shreyas Iyer himself would like to be the Indian captain too in the future. So that is one thing that he would be eyeing for, and for that he'll require a good result in KKR's favor. Having a look at the squad, there's Andre Russell, Anukul Roy, David Wees, Litton Das, Harshit Rana, Lockie Ferguson, Nitish Rana, Drinku Singh, Narayan Jagdishan, Mandeep Singh, and Gurbaz as well.
Wow.
They
The
look,
team
this
looks very
itself
good.
looks really good. Yeah, I think they would be having a tough time in choosing the top 4. I mean, the 4 overseas. Because there's Shakib Al Hasan, as you
Yeah.
can see over here, there's Sunil Narayan, there's Tim Saudi to compete for the 4 overseas playing 11s, 4 overseas spots in the playing 11 as well. As you can see, there's
Yes.
Litton Das, David Wees. Yash, would you like to?
But,
which 4 would you pick?
Uh,
In this, the 4. It's
Tough. There's
to be
Russell,
honest,
Narayan,
Yeah.
Litton Das, Shakib. I think that these 4 would be the ones.
Yeah.
Vinash, you were
So
saying?
but you know
I
what
would
do you
go-
have to say? what do you
Yeah,
have to
Vinaysha,
say
sorry.
between the trade? Shardul Thakur, Aman Khan, that was a big trade. It wasn't even a like-for-like replacement here for the Kolkata Knight Riders. To trade Aman Khan to get Shardul Thakur. Both Mumbai players, hardcore Khadoos Mumbaikars. One, can play extremely well as a finisher. The other, great bowler, can pitch in with the bat as well. So, Yash, what do you think about this major trade from the Kolkata Knight Riders point of view?
So I don't know from which perspective are you portraying this question to me, but I believe that Shardul Thakur is a much better buy in every aspect.
Yeah.
You get him experience, you give him, he won an IPL trophy, he's played for the country, he's been regularly featuring in the IPL. So experience भर भर के, he's played test cricket for India. अब इससे ज़्यादा experience आप expect नहीं कर सकते. Aman Khan, yes, he's very talented, but very raw. So putting all the money on Aman Khan and then getting like for like trade in Shardul Thakur is actually a very big win, if I would say, in that sense. Okay, yeah.
But again,
now
Yeah.
one thing,
Yeah.
Yash, what I'm concerned about is certain players have excelled under certain captains as well. So Jaidev Unatkar की बात करें, he was good under MS Dhoni in Pune. Apart from that, he was okayish. Same with Shardul Thakur.
Yeah.
I think he was lethal under Dhoni somehow under CSK. But then going in DC, I don't think he created that impact, right, Binaysha? I think we know that's not taking away the caliber that he holds, but then he's still not that impactful.
Yes, but all this will only be a learning process from here.
Yeah.
How we get in, and we definitely come back to the pre-season where we have home games, we have away games. So many criteria come into a big question here. So to discuss
Yeah.
and move ahead so fast is
Yeah.
not apt at this moment. We'll have to wait and watch from here on.
But one thing good, he's going to play under Shreyas Iyer. दोनों एक साथ मुंबई के लिए खेल भी चुके हैं. They know their play really well, and Shreyas Iyer is a very good captain in my eyes, and I think he could be the one bringing out the best in Shardul as well.
True.
I agree to that. Having been played together, वो एक तरह का एक bond पहले से ही है उनका.
Yeah.
मुंबई के लड़के अकेले हैं, तो फिर वहाँ पर भी उसका बहुत advantage उन्हें मिल सकता है. And Shreyas, like you said, he's a brilliant captain, and the way he's led
Yeah.
Delhi Capitals पहले, Delhi Daredevils, Delhi Capitals, and now he's leading KKR. It's phenomenal.
It's really, really.
Yeah,
And I
you
remember
see
there was
the
a
Mumbai
point where,
Khadoos culture, yeah.
yeah,
Exactly. Look, now you're saying something.
yeah. In fact, there was a point when Delhi Capitals was not even considered to be among the top sides, and now they have been a consistent side. So they have been making it to the top 4. In fact, Shreyas Iyer stepped in, and that was the very year जहाँ पर they made it to the top 4. उसके अगले साल they made it in the top 2 as well. Then 2020 में they lost the final. So I think there has been a proper progression under a captain, and that has been the same thing with KKR as well. I'm really rooting for Shardul Thakur to do well under Shreyas Iyer as a leader.
But I think Kunal, so many of the Mumbai players, Mumbai management is gone to the KKR. Be it Chandrakant Pandit as head coach, be it Abhishek Nair, there go another Mumbaikar at heart, Shardul Thakur, Shreyas Iyer. So the Mumbai culture is going to transfer back from into the KKR setup. We're going to see a tough brand of cricket being played from there.
Yeah, fully agreed.
It's been a brilliant auction for us. It's been a brilliant auction for us. Kunal, I'm very happy today.
Yeah, I'm actually seeing a lot of blue hearts coming over here because पहले ना comments were all filled up with कि ये ले लो, वो ले लो, इसको क्यों लिया, इसको लेना चाहिए था, इसको focus करो. Right now it's just all blue hearts, and many people are just chilled out कि भी जो auction हो गया sorted है. And the best part of what the whole question ना कि क्या probable playing 11 है, जो सबने अलग अलग answer दिया. That itself is a hint that we've got really good players. कि कोई भी 11 डाल दो, they look really good. I think that's the main highlight of this auction according to me.
So there's an interesting stat as well. Apart from Cameron Green, all the other players MI has bought on base price. So that's like having
Yeah.
a cheat code in your team, and that's something brilliant in this auction. It's been very, very phenomenal to see.
Yeah.
So Vinaysha?
Yes, a complete win-win situation for us. I think it was planned in a very tactful manner. Cameron Green, and then whatever purse we have remaining, from there on we go and buy some capped, some uncapped, and that's how we fill our squad. So it's very
That
well
also
planned.
Even that being said, that also proves that MIK scouts have done their research a lot differently than other teams. क्योंकि अगर वैसे रहता तो even others would have bid for these players, but they didn't do that. That shows that the MI scouts and MI management in general have seen something in these players which other scouts haven't, and that is where we are again going to hold an edge with the likes of Shams Mulani. And I can't just stop talking about him, but yeah, he's an MI Pulton member, so yeah, of course I will.
Yes.
I
And
think each
Binaisha,
Mumbai player, yes.
Yeah.
yes. I was just waiting for you. I thought you were going to say something. Yeah.
No, no. You were asking me something, so you can go ahead with that.
Yes, I was exactly asking you this, that who's the one player. I want to ask you both. Before the season, I asked our fans as well, and I wanted you all to answer this. Binaisha, asking you first, who's that one player that you would really bank on to be outperforming his own class in this semi-Pulton team? So which is that team? Who's that player?
Yash, I think I've maintained this last season. I'm going to say it now once again. For me, it has to be Tim David and Surya Kumar Yadav. These two players are going to outplay their own selves this time. Surya Kumar Yadav going for the hook shots, the loops, his shots over extra cover. I don't know. I think I'm going out of words for describing the great player that Surya has turned into, and I'm
Yeah.
really proud of that. For him and Tim David. I think he holds a very special place for all of us at Mumbai Indians. The way he comes in, the way he takes
Definitely.
responsibility, and the way he finishes. And I think when he played the World Cup also for Australia, I think his performance was picked on base of what he showed his character in the IPL. So these two players, Sky and Tim David.
Interesting.
So on this note,
Kunal,
we
what
have
about
Cameron
you?
Green.
Yeah.
Kunal, I'll ask you this, but before that, Cameron Green,
Yeah.
we have a special something for both of you and all our fans to see right now.
Oh,
We could have a look at that.
Hey Mumbai Indian fans, it's Cameron Green here. I just want to say how excited and humbled I am to be joining Mark Boucher and the team. Can't wait to see you guys soon at the One Cray Stadium. Cheers.
same here.
It's a proud
We just
moment.
cannot wait.
So happy to have him here. So,
Yeah.
Kunal, asking you the very same question that I asked Binaisha. Could you tell me?
What was your question about the players who would exceed the expectations? That was the question, right? So I think a few players, I still feel Ishan Kishan is yet to make his mark. जो पहले करता था, it's good, but I still feel he's got more to it, and he would do that. And Brevis would be the other one. Brevis is really going to explode. I would want to watch Ishan and Brevis open, and Rohit come after the 10th over, because that's where Rohit is really destructive. And because Rohit को field से फर्क नहीं पड़ता, वो अगर मारने लग गया तो मारेगा. And if in fact if give him more space, he'll start smacking even better. So that would be solving a big problem. And power play में just imagine Brevis को अगर gaps मिल रहे power play में, gaps as in boundary open छोड़ दिया Brevis के लिए, he would make the most of every delivery, and that's the same with Ishan Kishan. I always kind of relate Tilak Verma and Surya Kumar Yadav and Ishan Kishan and Brevis. दोनों का approach kind of same ही है. So उस हिसाब से I would want Brevis and Ishan to open. Trust me, इन दोनों के विकेट नहीं गए तो 400 भी हो जाएगा, 300 भी हो जाएगा.
क्या बोल रहे? 400.
On that
Oh,
note,
ये तो कुछ हो जाएगा.
let's
ODI के जोन में.
on that. Let's look at the team summary here. Chennai Super Kings funds remaining
Yeah.
1.5, DC 4.45, and so is GD with 4.45. KKR have had 1.65 depth. LSG have around on the higher side 3.55. I think Mumbai is completed overall with their package lot with 5 lakhs remaining. PDKS 12.2. So possibly, maybe later we would see some players getting in at a later stage, but as of now, I think they're content. The Rajasthan Royals with 3.35. RCB pretty comfortable lot over here with Virat Kohli as their main man. Faf du Plessis 1.75 crore and SRH with 6.55. I think more or less everyone is sorted in their head and how they want to go about with their plans, and I think people are geared up for 2023 IPL.
Also, पलटन मेरे चेहरे पे स्माइल दिख रही है, हम तीनों के चेहरे पे स्माइल दिख रही है. It's not just because we had a great auction and we're going to have a great season up ahead. It's because some special guest is about to join us. I wish I could say it right now, but I'm just trying to keep calm. And Yash, what's your reaction? I mean, I don't know what to ask you, dude. Happy with the auctions
Well,
again?
मैं बहुत खुश हूँ ऑप्शन के साथ. I think that was the question ना. I am talking. वही तो क्वेश्चन था. ऑप्शन बहुत अच्छे गए, हमने बहुत एंजॉय किया. बिना स्माइल देखो. I don't think that we can say
But-
more right now.
आप लोग कमेंट पे स्पैम करके बताओ as to who would be that special guest that's going to join on the MI live show tonight. Not tonight, in a very short time. Binaisha, I can see it with your smile. I know you've got a lot of questions that you would want to ask, but mainly
Absolutely.
auction ka before the special guest joins in. Super happy with the auctions, right?
Very happy.
Perfect.
couldn't have asked for anything more here, because it is just one of those days where 5-6 hours they dictate your whole season. And these
true.
few hours have been phenomenal for us. That's what it's been great. We've got some interesting fights in our team, and I feel that we are set. Like Vinayasha says, कल उतारो और हम कल ही title जीतेंगे. So Kunal,
चलो private jet ले आओ. यश कुणाल private jet ले आओ. अभी चलते हैं वहाँ पे.
Let's have a role play. In fact, मतलब ये टाइम के प्लेइंग 11 की बात करें, then I am kind of sorted with the 11 and the certain options as well. Usually हम लोग क्या रहता है ना as fans कि नहीं यार इसको खिलाओ उसको खिलाओ. ये टाइम it's so well balanced कि हमने अच्छा ठीक है इसके बदले इसको खिलाना है. Fair enough, चलो let's go for that as well. This is something that we used to have in 2020 IPL, which was our most dominant season. कि Chris Lynn को बिठा रहे. That is how strong we were. Why? Because QDK was opening. Now again, in a way, it's fair to say that we are in a similar situation, right, Vinayasha?
Yeah, and Vinayasha, I want to ask you this: which spinner do you think? Kunal mentioned about the balance in the team. Which are the spinners that you would like to see in the playing 11? The whole squad here. We can see on our right of the screen that these are who are the spinners that you think will make it to the 11, in your opinion?
I think experience counts big time for me, and what a player has achieved over a period of time playing for India, playing domestic, playing IPL. I think my first choice would be Piyush Chawla. And if for any reason it is not Piyush Chawla, then it definitely would be Shams Mulani here. Nothing to take away from KK and Ritik Shawkin or any other spinner in this side. But for me, it would definitely be Piyush Chawla first and then Shams Mulani.
Kunal, do you concur?
Yeah. No, I just realized one thing over here, that Tilak Verma can bowl as well. Same with Dion Brevis. So you've got a lot of options in bowling too, not just with the ones who are actually bowlers and all-rounders, but the likes of part-timers would be a fair word for them. Because Tilak Verma, we had a chat with him last season and he was like, you tell me I'll bowl as well. I'm ready to bowl and up for all challenges. And more than challenge, he took it as, yaar, mujhe karna hai. I want to deliver for the team. And that's the kind of approach we want, right, Yash?
Yeah, and also Devon Brevis की आपने बात की. He has got a wicket in last year's IPL.
Yeah.
And on that note, the special guest we were talking about, we're just building it up now. Kunal हमसे build up कर रहे हैं, right? So
it's just thak करके, yeah.
Yes. So just brace yourself. We have the head coach of Mumbai Indians, Mark Boucher, with us.
Hey, hello. Super happy to have you. First of all, a very, very big and warm welcome to you to the Pulton. It's so nice to have you in the blue and gold colors. I'm really happy. As a kid, I used to watch you play cricket, and having an opportunity to speak with you means a lot to me. Welcome to Pulton.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Welcome to the
yes,
family.
would you like to ask the first question?
Yeah, can I go ahead with my first question, Kunal?
Sure, go ahead.
So, straight up, my first question would be: this season, the cricket is resuming at the Wankhede Stadium, at the iconic Wankhede Stadium. It's a home fortress for us as Mumbai Indians players and Mumbai Indians fans. How excited are you to see MIB playing at the Wankhede Stadium now?
Yeah, it'd be nice to get everything back to normal again. I think players and the staff will be looking forward to experiencing a bit of Mumbai and not living in a bubble. I think COVID times are very tough on not only players but everyone who was concerned, and fans included, who can come and watch the games, and that just some normality in the world will be nice, and to get back to Wankhede where there's so many great memories. I think Mumbai Indians players and fans alike. I think everyone's really looking forward to it, so that includes me as well.
Mark, tell us something about, the J factor in this new Mumbai Indians setup. We have Jasprit, we have Joff, we have Jason, and of course we have Jai Richardson, the big J factor. Tell us more about them.
Yeah, look, I think there's been a lot of thought process that's gone over a long period of time now about who you're going to release and try to free up a bit of person, and who you try and get. Auctions are funny things as well. You never quite know whose names are going to. So you can do all this planning, and you get these different skeletons, different scenarios that's going to come your way. We were very happy today to get Cameron Green. I think before the auction started, people were talking about the big three. We wanted one of them. and we were prepared to go at quite a high rate to get one of them because we felt that that was going to plug a real big sort of hole in our side for us. And very happy to get Cameron Green as well. I mean, you talk about Wankhede Stadium. I think it suits his style of cricket nicely. We've got great options in the bowling, especially for home ground. And now we've got some fantastic options with the batting as well. I was a little bit concerned towards the there with regards to our spin, but we managed to pick up a couple of people that you probably wouldn't have heard a lot about. But our scouts do a fantastic job picking up the youngsters who sort of a lot of people haven't heard about, which is sometimes a plus go on as well. So I'm happy that we picked up a couple of them towards the end of the year.
Trust me, Mark, we are super happy with the way auctions have played out for Mumbai Indians this season. Mainly, what are your thoughts on working with Rohit Sharma as the captain? He's the most successful IPL captain right now, and you're a genius. So, two geniuses working together.
I wouldn't put myself into the genius mode. I think it's more about trying to give Rohit as much support as possible. He's won IPL, so he knows how to do it. I think for me, just trying to get the best environment for all these players to go out there and perform. There's not much coaching that you can do. Maybe one or two little things that you might think here and there, but it's more just creating the right environment and support structure around Rohit. We've been chatting now for quite some time as well, so a lot of these decisions that we made with regards to these players, he's had a say in it as well, along with the scouts and everyone. So it's been a collective group of people bringing all these names together and getting some sort of strategy to look into. So I mean, Rohit will have a massive say in everything. It should be it. He's the leader of the pack and he's the captain. So looking forward to working with him. I played against him. I don't want to give Rohit stage away, but I did play. He was one guy that as a keeper I used to stand behind and marvel at the amount of time that he had to play the ball, especially against fast bowling. So it's going to be nice to work with him. He's a great guy off the field and a guy that I know that I'm going to get on very well.
Awesome.
Well, absolutely, Mark. And finally, I would like to know, Kieron Pollard has been joining the management. He is the batting coach for Mumbai Indians. And how different will his role be this time? And how different will Mumbai Indians look under the wings of Kieron Pollard, looking and just mentoring the young boys?
Look, I think Kieron's been around the Mumbai Indians team for so many years. So I think it's great that we've kept him in the whole system as well. I'm really looking forward to working with him as well. I think I've got a lot to learn from him regarding his experiences with Mumbai, the experiences of winning trophies as well. I know that a lot of the team members have got a lot of respect for him as well. So whatever he says in a dressing room is going to have a lot of say or a lot of pull. So I think that there's going to be a lot of youngsters that can learn from him as well, especially in the batting department. But it's not only in the batting department. I know he's got a label as a batting coach. I think he can just be a batting coach, but a mentor in the whole space as well. I mean, especially for the game, his ideas will be valuable to the whole squad.
Fair. But Mark, there's one concern over here because last season Mumbai Indians didn't really perform that well or up to the standards that Mumbai Indians have set, and you're going to take up the tough task of rebounding Team India, rebounding Mumbai Indians from that performance and getting the title this year. How is the process going to be?
Look, I mean, I'm going to have to come in and just have a look and see where I can try and add something good value. I mean, Mumbai Indians have been so good over so many years. I mean, they have one or two bad years. It's not the end of the world. I mean, you don't become bad players overnight. Or, players are human as well. They might lose a bit of form, and unfortunately, that does happen. I think looking at the team that we've got now and the players that we put into certain places, there's been a lot of thought behind it, as I said. And we just got to try to create a nice environment. The guys know the environment. They've played under a good environment before and they've won trophies. So it's not like you've got to change the whole process. I think it's just sitting down and getting that sort of that feeling of, okay, guys, let's pull together and let's try get back to where we know we should be, which is on top, competing at the top.
Mark,
so,
in fact, yes, I know you've had a long and very tiring day. You've been through the auction, so thank you so much once again for all your valuable time, and again on behalf of the entire Mumbai Indians Spartan, welcome to one family and have a great season ahead.
Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it, and hopefully we can do something special for you guys. Thanks a lot.
Oh, sure.
Absolutely. Looking
Thank you so
forward.
much.
Take care. All the best. Cheers. So that left a mark,
Lovely.
guys.
Yeah.
That will leave
Yes.
a mark. Definitely. You can hear
And I
the
like how
powerful
he-
words, Kunal, how
Yeah.
confident he sounded. And that's
Exactly.
what great coaches are. They don't talk much, but the
Yeah.
amount of words that come out of their mouth are very, very meaningful. And that really showed, and I'm really happy. And I'm
Yeah.
so blessed that
Yeah.
Mark Boucher is a part of MI family.
In fact, I liked how he mentioned about we've been a part of Mumbai Indians fan base since a long time. So हम लोग को अभी 2 साल नहीं जीते तो भी लगता है कि बहुत खराब खेल रहे हैं हम लोग. He just gave a nice perspective. You guys are doing well. Just 1 or 2 postseasons. That's fine. That's actually a good realization that we just had right now. But yeah.
Correct. But Kunal, I think, in the previous video, there was one thing which touched me in the biggest way where Mark Boucher said, if you have got down, if you've been worked down, you have to know how to get up and have
Yeah.
to know how to perform. And I will try and bring out the best in the Mumbai Indians team. And I think that touched me in the biggest way.
Yeah.
So on that note, Kunal, Binaisha, all the Mumbai Paltan who has joined us, Mumbai Indians family, thank you so much for joining. एक बार last time हम तीनों एक साथ बोलते हैं, आली रे आली,
आता MI ची बारी आली.
आता आपल्या IPL जिंकायची बारी आली. So thank you
Yes.
so much. Finally, this is signing off the MI Live auction special. Take care
See
and
you
have a
guys.
great day. Yes.
Yep.
मुंबई इंडियंस
दम लगाएंगे,
मुंबई इंडियंस
जान लगाएंगे,
मुंबई इंडियंस जलवा दिखा देंगे हम मुंबई इंडियंस
लोहा गला दे